Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is a little article essay calling How Honest Am I? And I'm reading this to you, writing it, as a way to better understand myself. Of course, it's easier to be totally honest if I wrote it just for myself, but I decided to write it for you because I believe I can be pretty honest with you, and maybe this might benefit you. For example, perhaps this will encourage you to do a self-assessment of your own honesty, maybe probably privately. Or my disclosures might help you decide if there are situations in which you want to be more honest or less. First, I want to tell you what I aspire to. I try to say and write what I think will do the most good. Often that's the full truth. Occasionally, or sometimes it's shaded, and very occasionally it's an out-and-out lie. Well, my reality is that, candidly, I'm not always so sanctimonious or saintly. I occasionally lie to protect myself, even if it's not in the commonweal's interest. So here are some examples. With myself, I am afraid of dying, and it's likely to consist of physical and cognitive decline and a painful end. I don't let myself be honest with myself about that. As soon as thoughts of that enter my brain, I delude myself into thinking, it's probably a long way off. That is not being honest with myself. I'm going to be 73 in June, and I'm a man. We men live 5 years shorter than women, and we spend our last decade in worse health. There are more than 4 widows for every widower, and by the way, the text version of this will have good links to supporting evidence for those assertions. Also dishonest. And by the way, the link to the text is going to be on the bottom of this YouTube video. Also dishonest, I place undue confidence in the likelihood that when I'm dying, I can get my doctor to give me the pills to take me to permanent la-la land. Even though physician-assisted suicide is legal in my state, California, the rules are so restrictive that many dying patients, even if they're in agony, doctors can't legally give them the pills. Regarding honesty with my spouse, I'm usually honest with her, certainly. But I would guess, as that with most couples, there are things I don't like about my spouse that are very unlikely to change. And so, even though we've been together for 50 years, I have rarely disclosed those things, usually at best hinted at them and changed the topic. Now, regarding my career counseling clients, again, I'm usually quite honest, but even at the risk of not being quite honest, I do err towards supporting a client's belief or goal, unless I'm really clear that I'm both correct and that the danger in supporting the client really requires me to be fully honest. For example, I have a client, she's 33, who's decided she'd like to become an AI software engineer. I am quite confident that even if she were dogged in getting trained and in trying to land a launchpad job, and knowing her, I doubt it, I doubt she'd succeed in being hired and retained as an AI software engineer. Not only do I think it likely she'd end up, nor do I think it likely that she's going to end up satisfied in that career. But because she's enthusiastic about it, I am supporting this client in trying to achieve her goal. We discuss best approaches to training, making connections, rebounding from setbacks, and so on. If, sooner or later, she does have second thoughts, I wouldn't let that go. I would kind of fan those flames to ensure her to revisit that career goal with clearer eyes. Regarding money, I am quite honest around money, whether it's with my spouse, my clients, or strangers. I don't like money. It causes many people to do bad things. So, for example, if I believe that a tradesperson, somebody I'm hiring, an electrician or fix-it guy or whatever, is charging me too little, I will pay more than he or she asks. Regarding recreation, I am honest. I have played street yard basketball my whole life, and a small percentage of players will foul deliberately, knowing there's no penalty for a foul in pickup ball. Or they'll even routinely lie about the score, and I know it's not an error. They never seem to err on the side of the other team, in the other team's favor. I feel sorry for those guys on my better days. On other days, I think of them as jerks. Now let's turn to you. Do you want to think about or write about your level of honesty at work, in relationships, regarding money, or in recreation, and perhaps consider whether you want to change? In any event, that little essay, article, whatever, is called How Honest Am I? As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.